So, today we're diving into a story about the future. Actually, it's more like two stories that, strangely enough, share the exact same name, 3I. See, one is this cosmic mystery playing out in the cold, dark emptiness between the stars, and it has the world's greatest scientists absolutely buzzing. The other, it's happening right here, on Earth, quietly building the very foundations of the world we're all going to live in tomorrow. So, which one will shape our future more? Let's find out. Okay, so this first story, man, it kicks off with a question that feels like it's been ripped straight from a sci-fi script. An object from another star system comes tumbling through our cosmic neighborhood, but it doesn't behave the way anything is supposed to. So the big question is, what was it? Just a weird space rock or something much, much more? All right, so picture this. July 2025. Astronomers spot something, well, something incredible. It was only the third time we've ever confirmed an object visiting us from another star system, a true interstellar traveler. And it was given a name that would pretty quickly become famous for all the wrong or, maybe all the right reasons. And that name, 3I/Atlas, it actually tells you a whole lot. The 3I part is simple. It just means it's the third interstellar object we've ever been able to confirm. And Atlas, well, that comes from the system that found it, the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. Think about that. A network designed to warn us about incoming dangers from space ended up finding one of the biggest cosmic mysteries instead. This discovery, it set off this massive global chain reaction. It felt like the entire planet just turned its eyes to the sky. Observatories from Hawaii to Chile aimed their most powerful instruments at this tiny little speck of light. We're talking the big guns, the Hubble, the James Webb, even the Green Bank radio telescope. Everybody wanted a piece of the action to try and figure out what in the world this visitor was. But here's the thing. As all that data started flooding in, the picture it painted, well, it wasn't some simple comet or asteroid. The numbers were just weird. Seriously, they raised way more questions than answers and kicked off one of the biggest, most heated scientific debates in modern astronomy. Okay, so let's break down the weirdness. First off, its temperature. As it got closer to our sun, you'd expect it to heat up, right? Nope. It stayed stubbornly close to absolute zero. That's unbelievably cold. Second, it seemed to be changing course in ways that gravity alone just couldn't explain. And then there were the signals. A tentative report for sure, but of a precise, repeating radio pulse. None of this lines up with the standard playbook for a comet. So all this strange evidence basically split the scientific community right down the middle. You had two very different camps. The mainstream view was, okay, it's just a really unusual comet. They argued its weird acceleration was caused by jets of gas, and those radio signals were nothing more than natural noise. But then you had the more speculative theory. What if this is an extraterrestrial probe, deliberately correcting its course and broadcasting some kind of structured signal? Which, of course, leaves us with this just monumental question. Is this thing a rare chance to study the natural building blocks from another solar system, or could it be our very first opportunity to study technology from an alien civilization? It's a question that's still just hanging out there. But hold that thought. Because while all the world's astronomers were looking up at the stars, wrestling with the mystery of 3I/Atlas, a completely different 3I was hard at work right here on Earth. And this 3I, it isn't worried about signals from deep space. Nope, it's focused on building the very infrastructure that powers our daily lives. Meet 3I Infrastructure plc. It's an investment company. And instead of scanning the cosmos, it invests in the tangible, foundational stuff of our society. The things we totally take for granted, but literally cannot live without. So what exactly is infrastructure? Well, it's the essential framework of modern life. It's the power grids that light up our homes, the digital networks that connect all of us, the transportation systems that get us where we need to go. It's basically the skeleton that allows everything else to function. So, what's the game plan for this 3I? Well, they invest in what they call resilient businesses. And these are companies that aren't just about turning a profit. They're fundamental to how our world works. They are built for the long haul, designed to weather economic storms and deliver consistent, sustainable value. And let me tell you, they are really good at it. In their 2025 financial year, 3I Infrastructure delivered a total return of 10.1% to its shareholders. Now, to put that into perspective, their own target was between 8 and 10%. So they beat their own goals. This isn't some risky, speculative gamble. It's a story of steady, reliable growth, even when the economy is tough. You want a perfect example of this strategy in action? Let's talk about their investment in Valorum, a renewable energy company. When they eventually sold their stake, they had made an average annual return of 21%. That's huge. And it shows they're not just investing in any old infrastructure, they're investing in the infrastructure of the future. And look, this isn't just a one-hit wonder. Since 2007, they've built this incredible track record. We're talking an average of 18% a year on their assets. They've consistently grown the dividends they pay out by about 6% every year. And as we just saw, they're delivering returns way above their targets. It's a really clear picture of a company with a smart, long-term plan. Now, a huge part of their playbook is, not putting all their eggs in one basket. Their portfolio is spread out across a whole bunch of countries and currencies. By investing across Europe, the UK, and North America, they build up that resilience. They protect themselves from a shock in any one place. It's just a really smart way to manage risk. And their investments? They're in things you might use every single day without even realizing it. From DNS.net, a company that's rolling out super high-speed fiber internet in Germany, to SRL, which provides all those complex traffic management systems you see on our roads. This is real-world, tangible stuff. So where are they placing their bets for the future? Well, they're focused on the huge trends that are shaping our world right now. That massive shift to digital, the urgent need to transition to renewable energy, and the essential job of modernizing our transportation and utilities. They aren't just keeping the lights on for today, they are actively building for tomorrow. Okay, so let's pull back for a second. We've got these two totally different stories, right? One is this massive puzzle in deep space, a potential signal from the great unknown. The other is a powerful force right here on Earth, shaping the world we actually live in. So what happens when we bring them together? There's this quote that I think just nails it. One 3-eye scans the cosmos for what's next, the other one builds it. It's perfect, right? One is a symbol of our endless curiosity, our search for answers out there. The other is right here, turning plans and money into the real, resilient world of tomorrow. When you really think about it, what we're seeing here are two sides of the very same coin, a fundamental human drive. We have this insatiable need to explore the unknown, to just keep pushing the boundaries of what we know. But at the exact same time, we have this very pragmatic need to build a safe, stable, and strong foundation for our future, right here at home. And that really brings us to the final question. And this one's for you. When you think about the future, what signals do you pay attention to? The faint, mysterious whispers from the cosmos, or the solid, tangible foundations being built right under our feet? The truth is, we probably need to be watching both.